Like most other things in life, enjoying a glass of Diet Coke here and there is fine in moderation, but it can start to become a problem if you drink too much of it, despite it being 0 calories. One avid drinker, after being told for years that he was consuming too much of the fizzy beverage, decided to challenge himself to give it up for 4 weeks just to see if it actually made a difference to his health. Wales online writer Paul Turner was blown away by the results in such a short space of time, saying both his body and mind had been transformed by cutting down on his favorite drink. On an average day, Paul was going through around 5 Diet Cokes, with the fridge always stocked full. He decided to stop drinking it during the week, as he still wanted to enjoy an occasional Tia Maria and Coke on the weekends. Here's everything that he discovered whilst on his Diet Coke-free journey for 4 weeks. Day 1, weight, 14st7 waist, 104 centimeters. While Day 1 saw no dramatic physical effects from my sudden change in liquid refreshment, and I found drinking water okay, I did crave sweetness a little. But I did have an epiphany of sorts. I realized that my glass of Coke with a meal was not just for liquid refreshment, I was drinking it because my body had got used to, either by design or desire, having a mouthful of something sweet after every bite of savory. Now, when I ate, there was no sweet to sandwich the savory. It was a big change and a transformative moment in my understanding of my own body and habits. Day 2, I wouldn't really call it cold turkey. It wasn't like I was giving up nicotine or something, but if I had any withdrawal symptoms, today was when they kicked in. I was a little tetchy and short-tempered. I also had a headache in the afternoon. Of course, I have no idea if any of these things were related or just coincidence. Day 3, I felt like he'd turned a corner today, felt up for the challenge. I was on holiday at the time, which no doubt helped. Day 4, the big test, I was back at work. How would I cope with no Diet Coke when I had to concentrate all day? Whether it was being back in a normal routine, without my routine beverage, I did start to miss it today. Day 5, I went for a 55k cycle in beautiful warm weather this morning, and how I craved an ice-cold Coke with little bubbles forming on the outside of the glass. I could almost taste it, hear the ice cubes clinking together. That furious debate in my head started all over again. Day 6, I felt the need for fruit today, not a feeling I'm accustomed to, so I went out and bought some, also not like me. The fruity, juicy, naturally sugary taste of strawberries and grapes helped a little to soothe my Coke cravings. Day 7, the first weigh-in and the scores on the doors are, weight, 14st5. 75 waist, 101 centimeters. Wow. Not a huge difference weight-wise, but I had lost 3 centimeters off my waist according to my measurements. I know there is a margin for error here and natural body fluctuations, but it seemed like a great start and spurred me on to continue. Day 8 onwards, I stopped recording daily changes at this point. I was in a rhythm now and used to my routine. I still missed my Diet Coke, but I wasn't craving it, and I found other ways to satiate my sweet tooth, with fruit. One thing I did find was that I was less tired at work. I found I had peaks and troughs before, perhaps the low after the high of the Diet Coke caffeine and fake sugar rush. If I was tired that day, it was smoothed out, rather than up and down, and much more manageable as a result. End of week 4 weigh-in, weight, 14st4.5 waist, 99.5 centimeters. My weight is back to its normal fluctuations but still too 5 pounds less than when I started. But I have shaved another half a centimeter off my waist. End of week 5 weigh-in, weight, 14 st 2.5 waist, 98.5 centimeters 1 month later, total weight loss, 4.5 pounds total waist loss, 5.5 centimeters conclusions. As I said, I set out on this journey, part hoping it would make a difference. I wanted a slimmer waist and exercise alone, and some dietary changes hadn't really made much difference. I also felt like I should shave off a little weight, but my waistline was my main motivation. I also part hoped it would all make not a jot of difference. I love Diet Coke, have always defended it, and if giving it up proved a waste of time, then I could go back to drinking it like I had before. But I can't ignore 5.5 centimeters off my waist in just a handful of weeks. That seems quite spectacular to me. And the weight loss was also not to be sniffed at. Whether it was all down to the Diet Coke ban, or a combination of things, the numbers do not lie. So, since the end of this experiment, I have stuck to the plan. I have allowed myself a Diet Coke with food on an occasional meal out, if I'm driving, but other than that, I have ditched it pretty much. I do miss it a little, but not hugely. I'm hoping the weight and the waistline will keep shrinking, but I'll let you know how it goes if I can. If you want ideas and inspiration to plan your next UK adventure plus selected offers and competitions, sign up for our 2 Chill weekly newsletter here.